Hi, welcome to Creating the Goods. I'm Wendy. Today I'm going to do a fun and spooky DIY starring our friend here. Oh, she is scary. I always like to have cute little things for Halloween, but all my children are grown now. So what we like to do is have a little more spooky elements in our home. So today I'm going to use our friendly witch here and put her in a wonderful and cute DIY. So let's get started. But first, if you liked my tutorial today, give me a big thumbs up, ring that bell for future videos, and please hit that subscribe button too. So without any further ado, let's get started. Woo! I'm going to start with my witch friend here that I got at the Dollar Tree. Even though she does have a face, it's just lacking detail. So I'm going to use some paint and bring out her features more and give her more of a spooky look. I'm going to use this multi-surface white paint that's good for plastics, and I'm going to just fill in and give her 2 coats on her eyes. Next, I'm going to take the white paint and fill in her teeth. What teeth she does have. I think she has like 3 or 4. I also like to use my heat gun to dry my paint. But I have to be very careful with this project because she is plastic. And if I get too close and I don't move my gun around enough, I can melt her. All the materials that I did use for this project, I will list them in the description box below. Next, I'm going to use this black multi-purpose, also good for plastic, and I'm going to give her some pupils. I am by no means good at painting in eyes, and I bet you'll be able to do your eyes a lot better than I can. If you have any tips or tricks, please leave them in the comments below. I use the same black paint and I dry brush it under her eyes as well as on her eyebrows. I also do some on her lips, and I also want to make those pearly whites, if you will. Not so pearly white, so I put a little dry brush of black on them too to make them look like they are rotten. And I also use some to emphasize the wart on her nose as well as on her chin. I'm going to use this red paint and I'm going to emphasize her lips to give her more of a witchy look, and I'm also going to give her some bloodshot eyes. Felt like she was missing something, so I added a little white dot to each of her eyes. Oh, I think she turned out great. What do you think? I'm going to put her off to the side while we work on the rest of our project. To support our witch and tree basket, I'm going to make a support system using this 7-inch circle from Hobby Lobby. I'm also going to use this 1/2-inch dowel that I got at Walmart. It was really long, so I cut it down to 6 inches, as well as 2 of these 3-inch circles that came in a package of 6, also from Walmart. I already went ahead and drilled a hole on one end of the 7-inch circle, and I drilled a hole in each of the centers of the 3-inch circles to support the dowel. I'm also going to use Dollar Tree wood glue to glue the 2 3-inch circles together to make them a little bit thicker. I always have trouble removing labels from things, and a great hack is just to use your heat gun and just warm up the label, and it seems just to come off like butter. Wonderful hack to know. Next, I'm going to take this black paint and I'm going to paint all the surfaces of my wood pieces. Okay, I'm going to put them off to the side, let them dry as we work on our cute little witch's boots. Aren't they adorable? I got them over at the Dollar Tree. I'm also going to use these rocks. I already had these on hand, but I always see these over at the Dollar Tree, so you could pick some up if you would like. I also am using a pair of the ends of pantyhose. I just cut them off, 2 rubber bands, and a pencil just to help move the rocks down into the boots. The reason I'm using the ends of the pantyhose is because the boots is basically an open frame and the rocks will fall right out if I don't use something. So that's why I'm using the ends of the pantyhose. I'm going to go ahead and fill each of the boots with my rocks. Then I'm going to use the rubber bands to tie them off. It's time to put together our witch's treat basket. And I'm going to start with the support system. I'm going to take the 2 circles and use some wood glue as well as some hot glue, and I'm going to put them on each end of the dowel. Don't you just hate those annoying strings that hot glue causes? There's another one. I purposely want the larger circle to go on an angle. This will help to support our treat basket along with the witch, as well as the boots that will go underneath the large circle. And you'll see what I'm talking about as we continue on with our project. Okay, you can see that I'm placing the boots underneath the larger circle, and the back dowel with the small circle is going to be pushed out. Now you can see as the basket is going to sit nicely on the larger circle. So I'm going to go ahead and get some glue. This is called Crafter's Pick glue. And I figured I'd like to use this instead of the E6000. I don't care for the smell. So I'm just going to give it a good dousing on the boots. And I'm going to place that on top of the larger circle that will sit, the boots will sit underneath the larger circle. I'm also going to add some hot glue to the back heels of the boots. Next, I'm going to take a sponge brush and use a generous amount of glue and place that all over the bottom of our treat basket. And then I'm going to take the treat basket and place it on top of our circle. Next is the fun part. Next we get to take our wicked little witch and we're going to place a hat on her. Her little witch's hat. I got that also at the Dollar Tree. Isn't that adorable? I just love all the stuff that I got at the dollar store. I'm going to add some glue using a foam brush to the bottom of her hat, and I'm going to go ahead and place that on her head. She looks wonderful. I'm so happy with that. Okay, and now we are going to place her on top of our treat basket. Again, I'm using a generous amount of that white glue. And I'm also going to add some hot glue, just the ends of her little hands, I guess. She really doesn't have hands, but to the ends of her arms. So that way it adheres well to the treat basket. And I did have a problem with the basket. I guess I didn't allow enough drying time, so the basket did come up off the wooden disc. So I used a little hot glue and I added the bowl to the wood plate as well, as you can see. I just love the way this turned out. Next, I'm going to create a little sign for the end of the basket. I got that little sign over at Hobby Lobby. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take some alcohol. I'm going to wipe off all the dirt and debris so that way the vinyl will stick nicely to our sign. Okay, next, I already created the label for my sign. I'm not going to show you today how to do that. This is Candy's My Pretties, and I will list some of my other videos showing you how to make labels. I used the border, a geometric shape, and the font I used was Anna's Fancy Lettering Hannah, and that was in bold. If you have Cricut Access, this will be part of your membership, so please take advantage of that. Also, I am using from the Paper Studio a beautiful purple shimmer vinyl. I also used a transfer tape, the strong grip, for this particular vinyl as well. I'm going to go ahead and remove the backing from my design. Next, I'm just going to eyeball it, and I'm going to center it and place it on my little plaque. And I'm just going to burnish it to make sure it adheres well. Next, I'm just going to pull it on an angle so that way it comes off easy. Usually I do not like to use Cricut strong grip, but with this particular vinyl it was necessary. And there you have it. Candy, my pretties. I absolutely just love that vinyl. I'm going to go ahead and reuse the string that came with my little sign because it is a little too long, so it needs to be shortened. So I'm just going to cut it in half and then tie each piece to the treat basket. I think she turned out fantastic. Trick or treat, Candy, my pretties. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and ring that bell for future videos. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great day.